What's good, fam? To anybody that's at a point where you're trying to create a better life for yourself here in 2026 and to really change your life, I want to break down a few things that I've learned from personal experience that'll help you to build momentum and to actually start implementing small changes that'll eventually create big term change in your life. Because honestly, it starts small. And that's one of the big things that people mess up with. So we're going to get right into it. The first thing is to start small. So many people, when you want to make changes in your life, whether it's money related, whether it's lifestyle with your career, your occupation, fitness goals, if for the people that want to get in shape, if you're struggling with dating and you're trying to make different changes in your life in order to create new dating opportunities or to get that relationship that you want, you start small. It's not about trying to do everything all in one way. No, just start with what you can handle. Basically meaning you start walking. Nobody got hit the floor running. Most times that doesn't happen. You start by trying to take a few steps. And once you get the hang of that, taking a few steps and you got that good, then you're able to pick up the pace a little bit. You can go a little bit faster. You can do a little bit more, meaning you're just putting a little bit more on your plate once you've gotten started and gotten a rhythm with whatever it is you're starting out with. You pick up the pace, you add more. Once you get that, you pick up the pace a little bit more and you gradually build and add. And before long, over a period of time, eventually you in a full sprint. That's basically what it is. So being able to start with what you can handle, and I see that in the gym just as a prime example all the time. People start with the new year, they start out, and then within a couple of weeks, they burn out because they're trying to go every day or they're trying to make full drastic changes all in one wave. And that's not how it works. You do things incrementally. So I want to say that because so many people don't even start or they don't start right. And this is a whole marathon at the end of the day. So that's something I need you to understand. And the second thing is being able to not quit. Being able to have resilience and relentlessness. And I'm telling you from personal experience, as somebody that's been in the process of building a life where I don't have to rely on a 9-to-5 or a side hustle to get by and, believing that I can create a life of abundance through my gifts and my talents and the things that I provide value to society. It's not easy and it's not overnight and it doesn't happen the first time. To anybody who's trying to create success in your life or your dream life, please understand, very rarely does somebody create their dream life the first time they try. It just doesn't happen that way. And I need you to understand, a lot of times it just takes time. If you can keep going, that's the big difference between the people that you look at on TV or wherever else and you see them living their dream life. They just didn't quit. That's really what it is. So, and a lot of times on top of that, you gotta be at a point where you basically are somebody who you're trying to be before life has the evidence. Meaning, like, if you wanna, for example, y'all know I love my sports examples. If somebody wanted to be a professional athlete, you gotta start doing things that you would already be doing if you were already a professional athlete long before you actually are that, where people can literally see that. Same thing with fitness goals. Like if you want to have a certain physique, you want to have a summer body, you got to start moving that way, eating that way, doing those things and working out that way before evidence shows. If you want a successful business, or you want to become a millionaire or a six-figure earner, you got to start moving like that, looking at your bank account that way, looking at prices like a six-figure earner or a millionaire would look at prices. Instead of how you looking at things now, you got to look at those things and be that version of yourself long before you actually are that or have evidence of that. And that's one of the most difficult things to do, because we're designed to look at things from the naked eye. Like, so many of us just look at things from the naked eye, and it's easy to just struggle with seeing things when you don't see it. Me personally, I struggle with trust. I didn't even know that I had trust issues, fam. Like, it's crazy to me how life has been showing me over the last couple of years how many different ways that I don't trust that I have enough money. I don't trust that I have the security and the love and relationships. All of these different things I didn't know. And like, life was just showing through these different scenarios and things. You don't trust that you will have enough. You don't trust that you'll be who you want to be ultimately. You don't trust that the work that you're putting in and the things that you're doing will bear fruit at some point. And that's something that you got to be able to do, is to be relentless and just not quit and just keep going and trust that what you're doing, your process, is going to produce the results that you want. And that's just it. Just being able to do your part simply. And then just trust on the back end, at some point, life is going to reward the work that you put in. And it's not easy. I'm telling you from experience, it's not. But it's just one of those things. And the other thing that I want you to do is to start doing this. Grab a notebook. I have a notebook that I've started journaling every day. I have it in 3 categories. What did I do well? What did I miss or not do? And how did I feel that day? As far as emotionally, mentally, what was my emotional state, my frequency? What I did was, I do that so that I can track the things that I need to do, and being able to reflect, I'm able to see what things that I hit on, what things did I miss, and then each day I'm looking at it and looking at the patterns. What am I doing well consistently? And then the things as far as what I'm missing, what am I missing that I need to start putting emphasis on, making sure that I start hitting in my to-do list and my daily do list, that's gonna end up creating momentum and helping me with the results that I want. So these are things that you gotta do. All of these different things, having that mindset shift, becoming resilient, learning to trust, and tracking what you do on a day-to-day basis. These small things will make a big difference in your life. Oh yeah, and making sure that you start small and gradually build. It's so important to do these things and to understand it ain't gonna happen overnight. You do this, and I guarantee you, you may not see results now, but a month from now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, a half year, whatever you're trying to get at. We're in January, early January. I promise, if you're consistent with what you're doing, you look in June, and your life, if you're doing these things consistently, your life will be drastically different. I can almost guarantee it. So I just want you all to know that, because I know so many people that want to have a better quality life, and you just want to have better and to not be sitting in the situation that you're in. Oh yeah, and before I get out of there, I forgot to mention, with dating and relationships, I'd offer, what I did was, don't even look at getting a girlfriend. Or for the ladies, because I know there's some ladies on this platform too, don't look at getting a boyfriend. Look at what you would need to do where that would just naturally happen. So for the fellas, I'm obviously not a lady, so I can speak from the standpoint for the fellas. Meaning, don't worry about the girlfriend. What would you be doing if that would naturally make that happen? So for me, I use an analogy, another sports analogy. If you want to get to a point with basketball where you want to score 30 points, you don't worry about the points, the 30 points. You worry about what you would be doing. How would you get to the basket? How would you find your spots? How would you do the things on the court that would put you in positions to score? So when it comes down to dating, that means don't worry about getting a girlfriend. Focus on actually building connections. So meaning when you actually see girls on your day-to-day life, focus on making sure that you actually initiate conversation, actually greeting girls on a regular basis. Then when you do that, make sure you're doing that consistently. Then you end up actually carrying a conversation, making sure that you have a good vibe when you do meet these girls, asking questions that would actually spark up a good conversation. And then once you get that and doing those things consistently, making sure that before you leave interactions, especially if the conversations are good with these girls that you find attractive or could see yourself potentially dating, you make sure that you extend the invitation. Don't ask for the Snapchat. Don't ask for the Instagram, or at least not by itself. No, be a man. Ask, and to be honest, don't even ask for the number right away. What I typically do, because I used to do that and they didn't go anywhere. A lot of times, there were times where girls would give you a phone number just to get you out of their face, or they may have been kind of lukewarm, but it's just a number. So what I started doing, and I'm saying this because I want you to understand, if a conversation is going great with the girl you find attractive, all you doing is just extending an invitation. Hey, you know what? Ask to hang out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Offer or extend to hang out. As a matter of fact, basically you should talk about something within the conversation or to find some common ground. Like if you both like sports, for example, you can throw out an idea, we should hang out and do X, Y, and Z sometime or whatever. Something along those lines. I'm not giving you a clear example. That'll be another video where I'm actually gonna break those down. That's for another day, but just for example purposes, you extend the invitation for you all to hang out together another time so that you can just continue what you already have now. Whereas if you do that and she's like, yeah, I'd love to, that's a great idea. Now it makes perfect sense. It's an obvious thing. We're gonna exchange numbers so that we can make plans later. And you already put it in her mind that, you know what, wow, this was a great conversation. I'm gonna likely see this guy another time. And those are the things, you do that and you do that enough. You go out on dates, you do that enough and run dates and things like that. And eventually you're gonna come across a girl where y'all are going on consistent dates, things are well and consistently building, where over time a relationship will just be natural. So it's all about doing the natural things that line up with who you wanna be ultimately. So I'm telling you, if you all focus on those little things, you will see astronomical changes in your life. And I want that for you. And if any of you all are struggling with any of these areas in your life, confidence, your social skills, self-esteem, your fitness, healing trauma, if you need lifestyle changes and help, or you struggling with your mindset, I actually created a community, self-development community specifically to help people become the best version of themselves. If any of that resonates with you and it sounds like something that you may need or would be interested in, the information will be in the description below. You can follow me on Instagram. You can DM me if that's something you need help with. Or if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, I also offer one-on-one coaching opportunities as well. You can reach out to me over on Instagram. All of my social information will be in the description. And I'd love to help anybody that I possibly can just be the best version of yourselves, because that's what this whole life experience is all about anyway. So understand, everything that you want here in 2026 is waiting on you. And like I always tell my folks, what you do and where you go in your life, that's 100% all on you. And I promise you, fam, you got it. All you need to do is show up for you. And before we get out of here, I want to make sure that I remind you all, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe, like, share this video to somebody that you know that may need this information or could benefit from the value given in this video. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. And until next time, peace and love.